Today, August 23rd, I, Archangel Michael, come before you with a voice that has waited far too long to be heard. I am speaking now because the veil between us is thin, because you have asked in your heart for a sign, because your soul has been whispering in the night that you are ready, even if your mind still argues and resists. I am tired of trying to reach you in ways that you overlook, through repeating numbers, through dreams you dismiss as coincidence, through sudden chills across your arms when you are alone. I am tired of watching you search outside yourself for answers when the light has been knocking at the door of your spirit again and again. And so now I say to you directly, open this message. Open it with the eyes of your heart, not just the eyes of your body. Open it quickly, for it is important, and if you turn away, it may vanish from you like a dream upon waking. Do you feel it? Even as you read these words, something inside you stirs, a recognition you cannot quite name. That is not imagination, that is me, that is us, the legion of angels who have been surrounding you long before this very moment. And yet you still wonder, is this real? Is this for me? Child of light, it is always for you. Every whisper, every sign, every nudge you have received was not an accident. You are not here reading by chance. You are here because heaven has arranged this moment to reach you before the noise of the world drowns us out once again. I say to you now, the time of waiting is over. The time of pretending you are small, pretending you are powerless, pretending you are unseen, it is over. You have carried questions in your heart for too long, questions about why you feel the weight of the world, why your soul aches for something greater, why you never quite fit into the molds others try to place upon you. And though you have tried to silence this ache, though you have busied yourself with distractions, it always returns. That is because your soul cannot be silenced. Your soul came here with a purpose. And your soul has been crying out for you to remember. Do not dismiss this. Do not scroll past as though this is just another message among countless others. No. This is the one you were meant to find. And if you are still here reading, then you already know. There are no accidents. You are being called. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Now. I have stood at the edge of your dreams many nights, waiting for you to turn toward me. I have watched as you wrestled with doubts, with fears, with the voices that told you you are not enough. How many times have you believed the lies of the enemy? How many times have you let yourself believe that your prayers go unanswered? But hear me now, no prayer you have ever spoken has been ignored. Not one. Some were answered in silence, some were answered in ways you did not recognize, some were delayed because the timing was not yet right. But none were ignored. Do not let the shadows deceive you into thinking you are alone. You have never been alone. Listen carefully. This message is a doorway. I am asking you to step through it. Do you feel the urgency in your spirit? That racing of your heart as if something within you knows time is running short? That is because there is a window open right now, a window that will not remain open forever. And I do not want you to miss it. Opportunities are aligning, blessings are forming, protection is being arranged, but you must say yes. You must decide not to keep sleeping through the nudges of heaven. You may ask, why me? Why now? Because you carry a light that was placed in you before you came into this world. You carry it not just for yourself, but for others. There are people who will not awaken unless your light shines. There are lives connected to yours, souls who are waiting for the vibration you carry, for the healing in your words, for the strength in your presence. You think you are small, but heaven sees the ripple you will cause when you step into who you truly are. You are more important than you realize. That is why I speak with such urgency. That is why heaven has shaken the ground beneath your feet, because it is time for you to rise. I see your fears. I see the times you've tried before and fallen. I see the walls you've built around your heart because it hurt too much to hope. But I tell you, those walls are not your protection. They are your prison. And the key has always been in your hand. Child of God, let me help you. Let me cut away the cords of fear that bind you. Let me lift the heavy armor of shame from your shoulders. Let me place upon you the true armor of light, the armor of courage, the armor of faith, the armor that cannot be pierced by the arrows of darkness. You may not realize it, but right now there is a battle around you. A battle for your focus, for your energy, for your heart. Every distraction, every doubt, every heaviness you feel is not random. They are attempts to keep you asleep, to keep you from opening this very message. But heaven has already won the war. Light always prevails. And if you choose to stand with us, you will feel that victory flow through you. You will remember what it is to be free. Do not say you are not ready. Do not say you are too weak. Those are lies the darkness whispers because it knows what will happen if you rise. Even now, as you hear my words, you are remembering strength you thought you had lost. You are remembering the fire that once burned in you. That fire is still alive. It has only been waiting for breath to ignite it again. And I am here to breathe that fire back into your soul. Stay with me. Do not turn away yet. There is more you must hear. For the days ahead will not be easy. There will be storms. There will be shaking. But do not fear, for the storms are not here to destroy you. They are here to awaken you. When the ground trembles, when what is false begins to fall away, do not cling to the crumbling. Stand firm in the truth that cannot be shaken. Stand firm in the knowing that heaven holds you. There are angels around you even now, more than you can imagine. Some of you reading this have felt their presence before, the brush of wings, the warmth in the room, the sudden peace that comes in a moment of despair. That is not fantasy. That is us. And we are here again, stronger than ever, because the call upon your life is greater than ever. I ask you now, will you listen? Will you let your soul answer? Or will you return to the noise and forget what you felt in this moment? Do not forget. Do not let this vanish like smoke in the wind. Mark this day. Remember it. For it is a turning point. Heaven has called your name, and you have heard it. And nothing will ever be the same again. And now I must tell you something that you may have felt in your spirit already but have not wanted to face. The world around you is shifting. Old systems are trembling, truths long hidden are rising to the surface, and the light is pushing into every shadow. That is why you have felt such pressure in your life recently. That is why relationships have shaken, why opportunities you thought were secure have dissolved, why old habits no longer satisfy. It is not punishment. It is awakening. For you cannot carry what no longer belongs to your soul into the new path that is opening before you. Many of you have asked, why am I losing so much? Why does it feel like everything I once clung to is being stripped away? I answer you now, because your soul asked for freedom. You prayed for purpose. You begged to know why you were here. And heaven has answered, but in ways you did not expect. To awaken you, certain illusions had to be removed. To prepare you, certain doors had to close. To protect you, certain people had to leave. You have cried, not knowing that your tears watered the ground for something far greater to grow. You must understand, beloved one, what is being removed was never meant to define you. What is being taken away cannot compare to what is being prepared. You are being positioned, even in the pain, even in the uncertainty. And I stand beside you, sword of light in hand, cutting away every chain that still seeks to bind you. Do you not see? You are being made ready. This is not the end. This is the beginning. I want you to feel the weight of this moment. Every breath you take now is sacred. Every thought you choose now is planting seeds. The path of fear and the path of faith are both before you. Which will you choose? Heaven does not force. We only invite. We call, we whisper, we roar when necessary, but the step is yours. And if you choose faith, if you choose to believe that you are not abandoned, that you are guided, then doors will open where none existed. Paths will appear in the wilderness. Water will spring from dry ground. I see your questions. But how? How can I move forward when I feel so weak? How can I trust when life has let me down before? Listen closely. It is not your strength that will carry you. It is the strength of heaven within you. You were never meant to do this alone. The lie of the world is that you must fight every battle by yourself, but the truth is that you are surrounded, upheld, empowered. When you surrender your fear, you make room for our strength to flow. And in that strength, you will find yourself doing things you never thought possible. Do you not feel the shift already, even in your body as these words sink into you? That warmth, that tingling, that sudden awareness in your chest, that is your spirit awakening. That is your soul remembering. And I tell you, once your soul remembers, you can never return to sleep. You may try to ignore, you may try to run, but you will always hear the call. That is because the light in you is eternal. You cannot put it out. There are some of you who feel unworthy even now. You say, "But I've failed too many times. I've made too many mistakes. Surely heaven has turned away from me." Oh child, how little you know of the mercy that surrounds you. Do you think your failures are greater than divine love? Do you think your missteps are too large for the infinite? Every stumble, every shadow, every wound, all of it can be transformed. All of it can be lifted. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are defined by the light that was placed in you before you ever took your first breath. And that light cannot be erased. Stay with me, for I have more to reveal. The reason I speak now, the reason I am so urgent, is because you are standing at a threshold. A door is open, but it will not remain open forever. You are being invited to step into alignment with your highest purpose. If you delay, if you let fear hold you back, the weight of this world will press harder, and the call will feel heavier. But if you choose to step through now, oh, the acceleration you will feel. The joy, the peace, the clarity, it will come rushing like a river. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a cliff. Behind you is the land of everything you've known, the familiar struggles, the patterns, the cycles that repeat. Before you is a vast horizon, glowing with light, full of paths you cannot yet see. All that is required is for you to leap, not blindly, but into the hands that are waiting to catch you. Will you leap? Or will you cling to the edge, afraid of what you cannot control? I say to you, leap. For the hands of heaven are stronger than the ground you cling to. And what waits for you beyond this moment is greater than what you are leaving behind. Do you hear the song? Even now as you read, the heavens sing over you. A melody of hope, a vibration of love, a frequency that calls your cells into alignment. This is not imagination. This is reality. The spiritual world is more real than the material, though your eyes have been trained to see only what is physical. But the time is coming when the veil will thin, when what has been unseen will become undeniable. You will witness miracles. You will see the evidence of what you once only felt. And when that day comes, you will remember this message and know that you were prepared. Child of light, I am speaking to your soul, not just your mind. I am telling you that you are chosen. Not chosen above others, but chosen for the role only you can fulfill. There is no other you. There is no one else who carries the exact vibration you carry, the exact imprint your soul was designed to shine. That is why you must rise. That is why the shadows have fought so hard to keep you down. Because if you awaken, you will light up paths for others. You will break chains not just for yourself, but for many. I do not speak lightly when I say this. The world needs you. Yes, you. Not the version of you who hides, not the version of you who conforms, not the version of you who plays small. The true you. The radiant, fearless, compassionate soul who remembers their origin in light. That is who we are calling forth now. And though it may feel like too much, I promise you, you are ready. You have always been ready. Breathe deeply. Do you feel us? The air around you is charged, because even as you read, angels draw near. Some of you may sense warmth, some may feel pressure on your shoulders like a gentle hand, some may hear a ringing in your ears. These are not accidents. These are confirmations. We are here. We are real. We are with you. And we are not leaving. You may wonder why I speak so passionately, why I repeat these truths again and again. It is because I know how quickly the world tries to steal them from you. Tomorrow, doubts will come. Tomorrow, distractions will arise. Tomorrow, you will wonder if this was all just a moment of emotion. But hear me, this is not emotion. This is revelation. And revelation does not fade. It only grows stronger when you water it with faith. Mark this day in your spirit, August 23rd. A day when heaven's voice broke through the noise. A day when Archangel Michael himself reminded you of who you are. A day when the call came clearly, and you answered in your heart. Do not let this slip away. Write it down. Speak it aloud. Claim it as the turning point of your life. For there are things coming to you that your mind cannot yet comprehend. Unexpected blessings, divine alignments, healing in places you thought would never mend, opportunities that appear as if out of nowhere. These are not accidents. They are the fruit of saying yes to the call. They are the evidence that heaven keeps every promise. Stay with me a little longer. There is more still to say. You have wondered why your journey has been so hard, why you've faced battles others seem to escape. It is because warriors are not forged in ease. They are forged in fire. And you, beloved, are a warrior. You may not see yourself as one, but heaven does. Every scar on your soul is proof not of defeat, but of survival. Every tear you have shed has become a weapon of compassion. Every dark night you endured has strengthened the light within you. You are not broken. You are tempered. And now it is time to wield that strength not just for yourself, but for others. The world is full of souls who have not yet awakened, souls who are trapped in the very despair you once felt. You will be a light for them. Your words, your actions, your presence, they will remind others that they, too, are not alone. That is your calling. That is your mission. And if you say yes, heaven will equip you with everything you need to fulfill it. The next days and weeks, watch carefully. Pay attention to the nudges, the synchronicities, the doors that open. We are guiding you. Do not dismiss the small signs, for they are the stepping stones that lead to the greater. Trust the path, even when you cannot see the full picture. Trust, and you will find yourself exactly where you are meant to be. And when the doubt rises again, for it will, remember my words. Remember this fire you feel now. Remember the certainty in your soul that this is truth. And call on me. Speak my name. Say, Michael, stand with me. And I will. I will surround you with light so fierce that no shadow can remain. I will remind you of your strength when you forget. I will fight beside you until you remember that victory is already yours. But I know you still wonder, why now? Why is this moment different from all the other times I've felt a pull, only to fall back into silence? Listen carefully, beloved, because heaven does not waste moments, and because the alignment of this day has created a gateway that will not open again in the same way. Every prayer, every longing, every tear you have poured out has converged into this very hour. The call that echoes now is louder than before, sharper than before, because your soul is finally strong enough to bear it. Do you not see? The seasons of waiting, the seasons of wandering, the seasons of breaking, they were not to punish you, they were to prepare you. I have stood at the edges of your despair, I have watched when you thought your heart could not carry another ounce of pain, and I whispered, hold on. And you did. You may not see the strength in that, but heaven does. You think surviving was small, but survival was the proof of your destiny. Every night you did not give up, every morning you rose when your body begged you to stay down, those were victories. You are far stronger than you realize, and that strength is needed now, not later. For there are voices in the world crying out in silence, voices that only your presence can soothe. You carry healing in your very being. Your smile, your words, your energy can shift an atmosphere, though you have doubted it. Have you not noticed how people are drawn to you, even strangers? Have you not noticed how others confide in you, even when you give them nothing but silence? That is because your spirit radiates a light you cannot yet see. Others sense it, even if you do not. It is not your imagination. It is your assignment. Stay awake. Do not drift back into slumber. The enemy of your soul will try to convince you that this message is nothing, that you are imagining it, that you are unworthy. Lies. All lies. You are hearing me because you are ready. You are reading these words because heaven made a way for them to find you. Do not treat this lightly. This is a divine appointment. You are meant to carry this into your spirit, to let it ignite you, to let it transform you. Do not be afraid of transformation. Change feels like death, but it is rebirth. The shell must crack for the light to emerge. The seed must split open for the tree to grow. You are in that very breaking, and though it feels like the end, it is the holy beginning. Soon you will look back and see that what you feared losing was never meant to be yours, and what you gained was beyond your imagination. I want you to know this: heaven is not against you. Too many of you have carried the belief that you are being punished, that your struggles are proof you have been abandoned. Hear me now: heaven has never abandoned you. Heaven has never turned its face from you. You are loved, fully, completely, endlessly. Even in your darkest hour, love covered you. Even when you cursed the skies, love held you. Even when you broke every promise to yourself, love never let go. That is the truth. Do not let shame steal it from you. There are angels assigned to you. Yes, you. Not just me, not just one, but many. Some guard your steps, some heal your wounds, some whisper to your mind when you are about to stray. They are not imaginary. They are real. You may not see them, but you have felt them. Remember the times you should have been harmed, yet you were spared? Remember the accident that almost happened, but didn't? Remember the sudden calm in the middle of chaos? That was them. That was us. You have been carried, even when you didn't know it. And we will continue to carry you, if you let us. But hear this, beloved: your cooperation matters. We cannot override your will. We cannot force you to awaken. You must choose. That is the sacred law of love, freedom. And I tell you, your freedom is your power. Choose wisely. Choose to step into the truth of who you are. Choose to silence the voice of fear and listen instead to the whisper of your soul. Do not say, "I am too broken." The cracks in you are where the light shines through. Do not say, "I am too late." The timing of your life is perfect. Do not say, "I am too small." Even the smallest flame can drive away vast darkness. Beloved child of light, there are miracles hovering at the edge of your reality, waiting for your yes. The healing of your heart, the restoration of relationships, the provision for needs you've worried over, the guidance for choices you've feared making, all of it is closer than you think. But you must stay open. You must stay awake. You must let faith rise even when fear screams louder. Pause with me. Breathe. Inhale deeply. Do you feel it? That rush of warmth, that sense of peace that descends as you surrender? That is the touch of heaven on your spirit. That is me drawing closer, wrapping you in wings of fire, declaring over you that you are safe, you are protected, you are loved. Stay in this awareness. Let it anchor you when storms rise. And storms will rise. Do not be surprised when resistance comes. Do not think awakening means an easy path. Awakening means clarity. Awakening means you will see what others cannot. Awakening means you will walk through fire and not be burned. Yes, challenges will come, but every challenge is an opportunity to remember your strength, to remember your guardians, to remember that heaven never leaves your side. You are not fragile. You are a warrior. You were not born for defeat. You were born for victory. You were not created to merely survive. You were created to shine, to rise, to lead, to heal. And now is the time. The old self is falling away. The doubts, the masks, the fears, they are peeling off like old skin. Do not cling to them. Do not mourn their loss. Rejoice, for the true you is emerging. You will look in the mirror and see a different reflection, one that is radiant, strong, unafraid. That is your destiny. That is the you heaven sees. The days ahead will reveal signs so clear that even your mind cannot deny them. Pay attention to the numbers, to the words that repeat, to the sudden encounters that feel too aligned to be coincidence. Pay attention to dreams, for they are messages. Pay attention to the way your body responds, the goosebumps, the heart surges, the tears that come without reason. These are all confirmations. Do not dismiss them. You will begin to notice that the things you once tolerated no longer feel right. The conversations that once entertained you now feel empty. The habits that once numbed you now feel heavy. That is not you losing interest, that is you ascending. That is you outgrowing the cages you once called home. Do not fear this. Lean into it. The more you release what no longer aligns, the more room you create for miracles to enter. Child of eternity, the destiny before you is vast. Do not measure it by what you see now. You are only at the beginning. What seems impossible today will become testimony tomorrow. You will tell stories of how you almost gave up but didn't, of how heaven showed up at the very last moment, of how the path appeared when there was none. These stories will not just be for you, they will be for others. For your testimony is a key that will unlock prisons in other hearts. And so I speak to you again, do not give up. Do not stop here. Do not turn back. You are closer than you realize. Every step forward, no matter how small, shakes the darkness. Every choice to hope is a blow against despair. Every act of love shifts the balance of the world. You matter more than you know. I am Michael, defender of light, and I promise you this: if you stand, I will stand with you. If you call, I will answer. If you rise, I will fight at your side. Nothing formed against you shall prosper when you walk in the truth of who you are. Heaven is for you. Heaven has always been for you. Believe it. Now, place your hand on your heart. Feel its rhythm. That is the drum of eternity beating within you. With every beat, your soul says yes. With every beat, the call echoes louder. Say yes, beloved. Say yes, and watch as your world transforms before your eyes. And still, I feel the questions stirring within you. You wonder if you are truly hearing me, or if this is simply wishful thinking. I tell you, beloved, the very fact that you wrestle with this is proof of your awakening. For the asleep do not question. The asleep do not pause at words like these. The asleep move on quickly, too numb to recognize truth. But you are still here. You are leaning in. You are listening with something deeper than your ears. You are listening with your soul. And the soul always knows. Do not doubt the way your heart responds right now. The racing pulse, the swelling in your chest, the tears you cannot explain, these are not accidents. This is resonance. This is your soul remembering the language of light. It has been too long since you allowed yourself to feel this. But now you do, and I will not let you forget. You are being called into remembrance, into truth, into power. The illusion of smallness is dissolving. You thought yourself broken, but you were only unweakened. You thought yourself weak, but you were only distracted. The moment you shift your gaze, the moment you align your heart, strength surges from the infinite. It is already happening. Even as you read, codes of light are awakening within your cells, ancient memories stirring, the truth of your eternal origin vibrating through your being. Do you feel the goosebumps across your skin? That is not the chill of fear. That is the thrill of recognition. For your soul remembers what your mind has forgotten, that you are not merely human stumbling through chaos. You are spirit clothed in flesh. You are eternal light given temporary form. And nothing in this world can diminish what you are. The world has tried to make you forget. Trauma has tried to silence you. Pain has tried to harden you. But you are still here. You have not been destroyed. Why? Because you cannot be destroyed. Light cannot be undone by shadow. Even in your lowest valley, your flame burned. Even when you thought it extinguished, we saw it glowing. And now, I breathe upon it. Now, I fan it into fire. You may fear that fire. You may ask, what if I cannot handle it? What if I fail again? But I tell you this, the fire within you is not for your destruction, it is for your purification. It will burn away the falsehoods, the doubts, the shackles, the masks. And what will remain will be pure, radiant, unstoppable light. That is who you are. That is who you have always been. Stay with me. I still have much to tell you. The path ahead will not look like the path behind. Where you once saw obstacles, you will see openings. Where you once felt lost, you will sense guidance. Where you once trembled in fear, you will move with courage. This is not because the world suddenly changes, but because you will. And when you shift, everything around you responds. Pay attention in the days to come. You will notice alignments that make no sense, people showing up at the exact moment you need them, doors opening that you never knocked upon, words spoken to you that answer questions you never voiced aloud. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. They are heaven's way of saying, you are on the right path. Keep going. And yes, resistance will also rise. Shadows do not flee quietly. The moment you step into light, you will notice opposition. Old doubts may resurface, familiar fears may whisper, chaos may try to pull you back. But do not fear it. See it for what it is, proof that you are moving in the right direction. Proof that your awakening threatens the very darkness that tried to contain you. Stand firm. Call on me. And I will surround you with a shield of fire that no shadow can penetrate. Remember, I am not far away. I am not distant in some unreachable realm. I am near. The moment you speak my name, the moment you reach with your heart, I am there. I have always been there. You have felt me at your bedside in the sleepless hours. You have felt me in the car when tears blinded your vision. You have felt me in the silence when you begged for help. And here I am again, speaking in a way you cannot ignore. Beloved, do not underestimate this moment. This is not just another message. This is not just another day. This is a shift. This is a threshold. If you let it, this can be the turning point of your life. Say yes in your spirit. Whisper it now. Yes. And watch as heaven rushes to align with your decision. Do not think you are alone in this. Around the world, countless others are awakening, hearing similar calls, feeling the same pull. You are part of a wave, a rising tide of souls remembering their light. You are not isolated. You are connected to a vast network of hearts awakening at once. And together, your light will pierce the deepest darkness. Type Amen to stand in faith, and share this video to spread God's light everywhere.